Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, I wanted to do a video because I did some videos on what to look for when you're cruising now during the pandemic and now that things are opening, what to expect, what to not to expect. And I said, you know what? There's still cruise mistakes that everybody, especially new cruisers, still make to this day. And especially now that we've been gone for a year and a half, I thought, let's do my top 10 mistakes that cruisers make all the time. Okay, the first one out there is overpacking. This is a big one. People tend to, I might need this, I might need this, I might need that. Well, the more you pack, the more cumbersome your cruise becomes. You have to lug those suitcases around with you. You have to, might be paying more for them for your flights to get, because you pay per bag. Yeah, just watch what you're doing when you're packing. Try and fit everything as much as you can in as few suitcases as possible. Think about what you need. You don't need 7 pairs of running shoes on a 7-day cruise. You don't need 15 formal wear things on a 7-day cruise. I saw a lady get on a cruise ship recently, and it was a 7-day cruise, and she had 14 bags with her. 14. And I thought to myself, well, maybe, just maybe, she's going on another cruise or traveling somewhere else after this, so she brought it all with her. And I got to talk to the lady, and nope, this was her only trip. 14 bags. You know who you are. I joked around with you, so it's okay that I mentioned this. Number 2, bring cash. Carry cash with you. Carry small bills with you. 1s, 5s, 10s. American money is pretty much accepted, especially in the Caribbean. Everywhere you go, Canada, everywhere you go. It's just easier. You don't want to be using credit cards in foreign countries all the time. Good chance of getting your credit card hacked or stolen or dropped or lost. What you want to do is just carry around enough cash to cover off the tips, buying a drink, buying a souvenir, but don't carry around thousands of dollars with you. Leave that in the safe, but make sure you have some cash on you, small bills, whatever. It's just so much easier than trying to bring out your credit card. And in fact, in some places you go to, they won't accept the credit cards. Like if you go to a dolphin swim thing and you're going to get your photos from the photo, sometimes they don't have a credit machine there and you have to pay cash. And a lot of people forget that back in their safe. So have some small bills with you and always travel with a little bit of cash. Number 3, a lot of people really go for the inexpensive cruise and they only eat in the buffet. Not because they prefer to eat in the buffet, just because they think that it's going to cost them money in the main dining. It doesn't. The main dining is complimentary as well. Cruise tip number 3. But also, they're not experiencing everything that possibly the ships have to offer. Many cruise ships have specialty restaurants. Some of them are not very expensive at all. Very, very inexpensive. Princess, I had a specialty dinner for $25. I mean, it was a 5-course meal, and I could have ordered more. I can't do that here in my city. I cannot go to a restaurant and eat under $25. I cannot do it. And the food was excellent. The service was excellent. And it elevates your cruise to being a little bit more, when you get off a ship and you've eaten nothing but buffet, somebody asks you, hey, how was the food on the ship? You're going to say, well, it was okay. Because it is. It's okay. But it's okay buffet food. And if you would have gone to 1 or maybe 2 specialty restaurants, you might have come off the ship saying, hey, the food was great. Number 4, speaking of being in the restaurants, a lot of people think, I can only order the one thing, and I'm still hungry. No, you can order 2 entrees if you want. You can order 2 appetizers. You can order 2 soup. You can order whatever you want in the main dining. Don't go overboard. Don't order one of everything on the menu because they're just going to look at you funny. But go ahead and, I really wanted to try the sea bass tonight, but man, those prime rib looks really... Order both. You're allowed to order both. There's no extra cost. get it. Make sure you're not leaving hungry. Don't leave the restaurant saying guilty that I should have ordered something else, but I didn't want to pay for it. It's included. Order 2 desserts if you want. I mean, look at me. Obviously, I've ordered more than 1 dessert in my lifetime. Number 5, even if you are prone to motion sickness a lot, like you get sick in the car, you're nervous you're flying on airplanes, you get motion sickness, prepare for that on cruise ships. Even the largest cruise ships like Odysseys of the Sea or an Oasis class ship, even they will move something. You're on the ocean, you're on a moving platform. Even the largest ships in the world move. And if you get in a little bit of just a light weather, you can start swaying a little bit side to side. A lot of people get sick but haven't brought the proper medication with them. Just go to the drugstore, pick something up if it's just mild symptoms, but be prepared if you're really prone to seasickness or motion sickness. It pays, because if you have to go to the doctor and get seasick pills, yeah, that can cost you. Okay, I've given you 5 tips so far, but I'm going to give you a bonus tip. This is not even in the 10 tips. It's just a bonus one. If you want to be kept up with all the news and all the stories and all the cruise blogs, just hit the subscribe button with the notification bell on. I would really appreciate it. I jump up and down and celebrate, and I thank you very much. It doesn't sign you up for anything, doesn't cost anything. It just really helps the channel out. And again, I'd really appreciate it. Number 6 for me would have to be relax. You're on a cruise. You're supposed to be enjoying yourself. Don't pack your itinerary with so much to do that you're rushing from one place to the other. You're quickly changing, jumping out, running to dinner, running from the show, run to the show, run back here. We got to go pick up this. We got to go see the comedy club. Oh, we got a shore excursion first thing 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Get off the ship and say, oh, I'm going to squeeze in a second shore excursion. Do 2 in the same day. It's going to be tight, but we can do it. And then we got to rush in and eat. Don't. You're on a cruise. Relax. Don't overbook yourself. Book time to just sit there and enjoy being on a cruise. Enjoy a night out at dinner where you're not rushing out. You're not like, I gotta get someplace in a hurry. Try and just sit back, because I know some cruise ships have so much to do, even in 7 days, you can't get through it all. However, you can always book another one and do the things you didn't do this time. I know a lot of people want to get it all in once, but it really, you come off the ship more tired than as if you didn't have a vacation. You need a vacation from your vacation, as they say, and that's not worth it. So book time to just relax and enjoy the cruise. Number 7, not for me, but for most people, it's okay not to have Wi-Fi on the ship. It's okay not to pay for internet. It's okay to disconnect for a few days while you're on the cruise. Chances are you can find Wi-Fi on the ports when you're off anyway, at the coffee shops, at the bars, at the cruise port. But on the ship, it's okay. Don't feel you're obligated to make sure that you have connection to anybody. And why spend the extra money if you don't have to? And also, being free from your phone on vacation is really nice, right? Not having to worry, is somebody calling, somebody trying to reach me, a post on Facebook to me, is somebody sending me emails? If you don't have to, if it's not urgent, it's not important, it's okay. You don't have to have internet. Number 8, extra spending on the ship. It's always okay to spoil yourself and do some things if you want, but be in mind, there are a lot of things on ships that cost you extra. Some people see things on the ships and they automatically think in their head, hey, that's free. Look, there's go-karts on the back of that cruise ship. I'm going to spend all day there. Well, you spend all day there, you're spending hundreds of dollars there. So yeah, there are things on board that will cost you extra money. Be prepared for them if there's something you want to do. There's other free options all over the place. You don't have to do the things that cost extra money. Only do them if you want to do them and really want to enjoy something a little extra or a little special. And if you're thinking on just upgrading to different things, like upgrading your dining to specialty dining and that, and that's what you want to do, you're a foodie, go right ahead and do it. Because a guest just got off a cruise ship and they were asking me what to do. And I said, you know what? Have you tried the chef's table? Have you ever done the chef's table before? They said, no, they haven't. Well, they just called me back and said, as a foodie, they had a great time. They loved the chef's table. So it's okay to spend a little extra. Just be prepared for it, but also be prepared for things on the ship that are going to cost you extra money. Number 9, formal wear. I can't go on this cruise. I don't want to wear formal wear all the time. You don't have to. Formal wear, you can get away. There are places you can go on every ship that I know of that you don't have to get dressed up, and you don't have to wear a tux, and you don't have to wear a suit. In fact, most cruise lines, if you just have a dress shirt and a half-decent pair of pants other than jeans, that's acceptable. You know, anything easy, that's acceptable formal wear. You don't need to dress in a tux and a tie. A lot of people love to do that. A lot of people love to get really dressed up. I got a new white suit that I wear now that I just bought before heading off on the Celebrity Edge this year. And I love that suit. It's light, it's, you know, it's comfortable. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing a suit. It just feels like I'm walking around in my regular shirt and clothes. So yeah, you don't have to get all dressed up. There are places to go. You can do it if you want, but don't turn away on a cruise because you think you're always going to have to wear formal and dress up, because you don't. Number 10, one of my biggest things. People often chase the deal and not the trip. So what I mean by that is they start looking at all the different cruise lines and they look for the lowest price, period. Whether they can afford more money or not, they look for the lowest price and they're going to, I'm booking this cabin on this ship because it's the cheapest cruise. Well, that tends to be an older ship, tends to be, you know, a smaller, like a cabin in a worse place located on the ship. It tends to be itineraries you might not like. And then you come off the cruise ship saying, well, I went on a cruise, but you know, it's not all that. It's not that terrific. It's not that great. I mean, come on. Yeah, because you didn't search for what you wanted. What did you want to do? What did you want to have on the cruise ship? I can go on the cheapest cruise ever that's out there. There's no water slides, there's no specialty dining, there's no surf simulators, there's no Broadway shows, there's no nothing, but hey, it's really, really cheap. Am I going to have the best cruise experience I can possibly have? Probably not. So yeah, not necessarily chasing the deal. Find where you want to go. Find the cruise line you want to go on. Find the ship you want to go on and what has the things you want to do on it, where you, etc. And then look for the deal. Then look for the way to save money. Look for sales that pop up. Look for price drops. Look for all those things. But don't just bargain hunt the cheapest everything you do, and then you're going to be disappointed in your cruise. You really are. You want to have, you know, it's okay to be inexpensive. That's not the problem. But booking a ship that you're not going to enjoy, it's just like throwing your money out. You might as well not do it. So yeah, don't be afraid. Just look around. You can probably find as good a deals or close to it on other cruise lines and have a much better. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips and more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.